सामगान विलोल साधु जन परिपालकामितार्थ विधात कीर्ति संजात सोम सूर्य प्रकाश सकल लोकाधीश श्री महाप्रभु वीर सिंधु गंभीर जय जय.
जयत्याश्रित संत्रास ध्वांत विध्वंस नोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परम व्योम भास्करः. Parama Vyoma Bhaskaraha, doesn't he look like the sun? Is the question. Who is that he referred to? It refers to Rama. Bhaskarena Prabhayatha. But we are unaware of the sun if its rays, if its light doesn't fall on us. If Rama were treated the sun, then the inseparable race is Sita. Sita is more than a protagonist to this beautiful itihasa called Ramayana. Valmiki says, Sitayas charitam mahat. He had applied for the name Ramayana to be registered, but then later he says, he wished he could have called this Sitayas charitam. He could have called this the biography of Sita, because though at the very superficial level it may seem as if Rama had killed Tataka, Rama had killed Subahu, Rama had killed Subahu, Rama had driven away Maricha, Rama lifted the bow, all this was done to marry Sita. So later when Rama goes to Lanka, it was all done again to fetch Sita. So Valmiki opines that this is absolutely a work on Sita. Sitayas Charitam Mahat. Who is Sita? Sita was the adopted daughter to Janaka Siradhvaja. Janaka is the title given to the king. His name was Siradhvaja. It is said that Janaka, upon knowing that Dasharatha, a king of his very own Ikshvaku clan in Ayodhya, had performed Ashwamedha, he too performed Ashwamedha. Knowing that he had performed Putrakameshti, later at another year he too performed Putrakameshti. To honor the farmers in his subjects, in his kingdom, he agreed to plough the field for a certain distance, for a customary distance. As he was reaching its periphery, the tip of the plough struck a metal wire and a beautiful casket in which was a beautiful, very, very chubby and very, very inviting baby, a girl baby. He adopted her and wanted her to be named after something that reminded her of that divine, that coincidental birth. And Tasi, the end of that particular plough, was reversed and she became Sita. Sita was the very beloved daughter of Janaka Siradhvaja. She had so much of love for her father and for her motherland that she did not want her to be referred only as Sita. She was the beloved daughter of Janaka, so she was called Janaki. She belonged to the beautiful city Rajadhani of Mithila, so she was called Maithili. She belonged to the large province of Videha, so she was called Vaidehi. She was blessed by Mother Earth, Bhumi. Bhumi is Mother Earth. She is treated as the daughter of Mother Earth. Please do not get confused that she is Mother Earth. She is treated as the daughter of Mother Earth. Ja is daughter. Bhumi Ja, daughter of Mother Earth. Bhumi, earth, is referred to by other names. Avani, so she is called Avani Ja. Avani, which is Bhumi, is also referred to by the word Dharani, so she is called Dharani Ja. It is also referred to by the word Kshiti, so she is called Kshiti Ja. So these are the names that she keeps to herself to remind of where she was born, to whom she was born, to which land she belongs to. So she doesn't, as an independent woman, doesn't want to let go of her identity. This particular Sita, whom we know of, was married at a very, very young age of 6 years. While Rama was 12 years of age, they were married. Of course, in the critical analysis of this course, we also need to understand, should marriages happen at such young or tender ages? In the current day context, it may seem absolutely atrocious to get a 6-year-old girl married, yes, but times are very different. If we look at our ancestors who lived 100, 150 years before, they had 10 daughters or 7 sons and 3 daughters, large families. So it may seem to us that the woman was treated like a childbearing machine, the man did not give any importance. Could be true, could be true. It was a male-dominated society and still continues to be. But on the other hand, when we invite people for our family functions, imagine 150 years before they had 1 son or 1 daughter. They will have 1. So whom are we going to invite? So we will have to invite our own self and see. So for people to gather, we need people around. So we should not see the past incidents from the current day context. Yes, certain incidents could be seen, certain need not be seen. So I have this opinion that Sita was married at the age of 6, Rama was at the age of 12, they were happy, that's all. So whether it should have happened or not is beyond our control. They don't seek, or they didn't seek our permission before that. Yes, Sita was married. Now, while she was married at the age of 6, she lived happily with Rama for another set of 12 years in Ayodhya. So now she was 18. That is when Rama was 24 and was to be turning 25. It is then when he was asked by his father, upon the insistence of Kaikeyi, to go on an exile for 14 years to the forest. Rama agreed, instantly agreed. He comes and informs Kaushalya about this. He tells Mata, I have been asked to go to the forest. Kaushalya initially weeps, she sobs, she cries. She says, have I been waiting all this long to see my beloved son walk in the thorn-fested, stone-fested, sharp stone-fested forest? She tells. But then Rama convinces. He says that you need to take care of the father. And he now comes to the Shuddhatma, the Antavpuram of Sita. He tells Sita, I have been asked to go to the forest. I will miss you very badly. I love you. I am sure you also love me. Take care. In 14 years I shall return. He was giving a parting message. Sita said, what are you doing? I kept my luggage packed. Rama was wondering, what luggage? When did you pack? Who told you to pack? Where have you packed to? This is where we need to check the characteristics of Sita, because in Balakandam, while they were less than 24 or 18 years of age, when Sita was less than 18 years of age, we don't see much of her presence. Now is where we see. She says, see Rama, even before I was married to you, while I was in my father's house, there were 2 instances. One, an astrologer came to my house. All this is there in Valmiki's Ramayana. An astrologer came to my house, and my father, out of the curiosity to know how my future would be, he showed my horoscope, and the astrologer said, looking at my physical characteristics, Samudrika Lakshanam, that your daughter will be spending many, many years in the forest. He said this. And the moment I heard this, I went and told my mother Sunayana about it. Rama, the moment my mother heard, she was also equally shocked and perplexed. She called a foreteller, a forest lady who can foretell. We did have such folk practices. So she prayed to Guhyamamba, the deity, the forest deity of Nepal, and she said, yes, the astrologer was right, your daughter has to end up spending many, many years in the forest. Rama, the moment I heard, it was a confirmation. The astrologer said that. At the same time, the foreteller also said that. So the moment I knew this, Rama, I had kept my things packed. I thought I'll be going to the forest. It was then when I was married to you, I had been waiting all these 12 years. I'm still in Ayodhya, but now I realize all that coming true, so I'll come to the forest. So Sita she was not of this feeling that I'm a princess, I'm a queen, so I live in comforts, why should I go to the forest? She believed that as a couple, they have to bear and take responsibilities. So this shows one angle of Sita. Now Rama tries telling her. It's a beautiful conversation that you should read in Valmiki's Ramayana and Ayodhya Kanda. Rama tells, see, it's not easy to live in forest, Sita. You're just telling for the heck of it. It's all infested with demons. There are ghosts. There are animals. Sita tells. Look at her speaking ability. She tells, why should I worry when you're there? So she's throwing the entire responsibility on Rama. If Rama says, no, I cannot defend, then he cannot call himself a Kshatriya. He says, no, you have to stay here. Then Sita uses a very logical point. Look at her art of speaking. She says, I heard you talk to your mother. When your mother said, I shall accompany you to the forest, you said, stay where my father is. If that rule is applicable to your mother, that rule applies to me as well, because wherever you go, I have to come with you. Rama was in catch-22 situation. He did not know how to react. But he kept telling, don't come, don't come, don't come. This is where, at this juncture, Sita musters the courage and she says, Kim tvamanyata vaidehaha pitame mithiladipah ramajamataram prapya striyam purusha vigraham. It is a grave mistake that my father Janaka, whom I thought was very intellectual, was very intelligent, was very smart, was very honest, was very sincere, was way beyond any of the Kshatriya kings that you and I have ever seen. I was thinking all this while of my father, very happy for my father for having gotten me married to a man. A strong, a valorous, courageous man. But he has committed a grave mistake by marrying me to a woman in the disguise of a man. You seem to be timid and feared of everything. I am telling you, I shall come to the forest and you are afraid of it. So you seem to be like a woman in the disguise of a man. Striyam Purusha Vigraham. Rama was startled. He had never heard Sita. Nobody ever say this. Forget Sita. So then he says, you come to the forest. Now we need to understand Sita had this ability to convince the other person that her view was right. Very strong a woman. But this was instilled in the mind of Rama because what she had said hurt him, but he didn't express it. He was waiting for an opportunity. That is why when we discussed Rama's character, there is one place where I said he proved his archery, his courage. That was while fighting with Khara, Dushana and Trishiras and 14,000 demons single-handedly near Janasthana. He tells Lakshmana, take Sita atop the hill from the cave you see. So the moment Rama vanquishes 13,999 demons in the war, he comes showing his body. There were bruises all along. There was blood oozing from wounds. Sita looks at it. She leaves Lakshmana there and comes down running and hugs him. Tam drishtva shatruhantaram maharshinam sukhavaham babhuva krishta vaidehi bhartaram parishasvaje. She came and hugged Rama. Why? This embrace was not to get rid of the external bruises that he had accrued in the warfare, because to a Kshatriya all this was a badge of honor. Right? I fight a king, I get one hurt, I will always carry that scar. But she had gone to embrace the hurt that he had felt years back when she said, Striyam Purusha Vigraham, you seem to be a woman in disguise. Rama is proving, see, I have proved that I am a complete man. I have proven that I have got the valor. So he has done that. He didn't say that. Sita hugged him. So this understanding between Rama and Sita is marvelous. Sita has been having a wonderful art of speaking. Everything is fine. But was she a good reminder to Rama, or she let him do whatever he wished? No, because when Rama and Sita and Lakshmana entered the forest, the sages said, we are doing Sharanagati at your feet, Rama. There are many demons, many ghosts, many Rakshasas here who are tormenting us. Please assure us that you are here to protect us. Rama said, don't worry, I will annihilate all of them, I will protect you. They stayed in the forest. After that, nothing happened. Rama was always in meditation. Sita thought it's high time that I remind him. If I tell him, go do this, it wouldn't be soft. I'll be very rude. So she said, Rama, I've heard of one very good story, I'll tell you. See, there was a rishi who was always in meditation, tapasya, engrossed in realization and sakshatkara. Once, Indra came and gave him a sword and said, Sir, I'm going out, please take care of the sword. So the sword was placed next to the rishi. After some time, he thought somebody might take the sword, and he kept and placed it on his lap. A little while later, he thought if he closed his eyes, somebody may take it while he was closing his eyes. So he kept his eyes open. Then he thought if he's in meditation while opening his eyes, then somebody may take it. He stopped meditation. So over a period of time, he thought, let me check how the sword works, and he took and swaggered, and he started fighting. Rama, look, the person who has done tapasya has acquired a kshatriya guna. What it meant was, you are a kshatriya and now you have become a person like a brahmana meditating. Isn't it your duty to protect the rishis? Rama immediately realized and said, don't worry, I will take care. So she was a very good alarm, a reminder to Rama. She was doing the duty of, or rather she was a very, very, very intelligent wife. With all this on one side, was Sita like any other human being just like us? We don't see that much, except in a few instances, one of which is very prominent, where when Maricha, the demon, the Rakshasa who had come in the disguise of a gem-studded golden deer in which Sita had sought, and Rama had gone running, and while an arrow struck Maricha, he shouted in the voice of Rama. Sita heard it and she said, Lakshmana, you have to leave this place and go and protect your brother. Lakshmana said, see, we are in the middle of the forest, my brother is gone, now I go, you will be left all alone. I have to protect you. Don't worry, nothing will happen to my brother. You know your husband for this long, he's Ajata Shatru, Asahaya Shura, Anapaya Sahasa. He absolutely doesn't need any help in any warfare. He did say that. You know what Sita could have said? See, I agree to all this, Lakshmana, leave. But you know what she said? I now understand that all these years you were serving me selflessly. I thought so, but you were waiting for this opportunity where Rama will be absent, so that you can get your desires of having been in a relationship with me fulfilled. Will such a mature personality like Sita, who gave away all the riches and came to the forest, ever speak? So this is where some scholars opine that, see, when even if the divine chooses to be human being characteristics are like this. You doubt a person, you're suspicious of the person, you speak some things. So Sita could have spoken just like that. So as much as we adore her good qualities, we also need to give some discount or concession to these kind of dialogues. Yes, in critical analysis, we need to understand what Sita could have averted, could have stopped saying all these nasty things to Lakshmana. She did so. Of course, she did bear a brunt later, but she does prize Chittam. See, when after this she never sees Lakshmana or Rama again, because then Ravana comes, she's kidnapped, she's now in Lanka. Hanuman comes, and when Hanuman is being checked, she checks the identity of Hanuman and then discloses, and now she asks, now that you're telling that you've come from my husband's side, I would like to ask. What does she have to inquire? She has to inquire how Rama is, her husband is, and how her husband's brother Lakshmana is. How is Rama? How is Lakshmana? She should have asked. You know what she asks? Ramanujam Lakshmana Purvajam cha. Ramanujam means Anuja, means younger brother. Ramanuja means younger brother to Rama. So who is he? Lakshmana. Lakshmana Purvajam cha. Purvaja means one who is elder to me. For example, who is my Purvaja? The brother who's born elder to me. So Purvaja to whom? To Lakshmana. Lakshmana Purvajam cha. So how is Rama? How is Lakshmana? She is asked, how is Rama's younger brother, and how is the one who is born before Lakshmana? And in that also, she hasn't positioned Rama first. She is asking, how is Rama's younger brother? Because she knew she had hurt Lakshmana and she wanted to seek remorse. So even if Hanuman had not known the background of this particular line, what Sita had uttered, Lakshmana would have known of it. So she comes as a person who may have committed some mistakes, but she is also quick to correct them. Is she a vulnerable person? See, in our very own lives, when we come across tough times, we keep telling, okay, I shall come to Tirupati, I shall come to Vaishno Devi, I'll come to Amarnath, I'll come to Kedarnath, I'll come to Somnath, I'll come to Guruvayur, I'll come to Udupi, I'll come to Sholingar, I'll come to Kalighat, I'll keep walking. So we have such prayers, okay, I will offer about 2 cups of butter to Krishna if my son has to pass in an exam. To a philosophical person, it may seem a bit illogical. Your butter is not going to help. But to a person in bhakti, they'll say, okay, this is the little that I can offer. I cannot offer anything more than this. Whatever sins I have accrued, let the Lord forgive me. So Sita also does that. When she crosses the rivers in Ayodhya Kandam to go to the forest, she says, O Ganga, O Saraswati, O Yamuna, I'll offer all this when I come back if we all safely return. So she is a normal human being in Ramayana, so she also acts like us in vulnerable times. Now, is she very courageous? Absolutely courageous. Imagine, you have been born into a very, very affluent family. You are given in marriage to a person like Rama, who comes from another very influential, politically affluent family of Ayodhya. You're living happily. You're assuming that the rest of your life will also be led with such good comfort. Suddenly you're told, go to the forest. She's not told, it's her husband. But she chooses. She's very courageous. She's not bothered. I have lived a life of comfort. It doesn't matter. Now I'm ordained to live with my husband in the forest. She goes. This is a simple act of her courage. And as she lives in the forest happily, at one particular day, somebody comes and kidnaps her. People generally, they will commit suicide, they'll get a heart attack. She said, this is ordained for me, this is my karma. She's taken to Lanka. When she goes to Lanka, Ravana keeps luring her. He gives loads of wealth and says, marry me, marry me, marry me. He was a very old person. He was born and he lived a very rich life, comfortable life, even before the birth of Rama. So he was much older. And he wants to marry a young girl who happens to be the wife of another person whom he has kidnapped. He keeps luring her with wealth. No support, no iota of support except for Vibhishana's daughter Trijata in certain places. Otherwise, there is no support at all. But she manages to live with her courage. Whenever Ravana walks into Ashokavana to lure her or to threaten her, she would take the blade of grass. Trinam antarata kritva pratyuvacha suchismita. She took a blade of grass and kept it on the ground. Why? Commentators have written lines because her father has advised, if there is a learned person, however be that person, if he's learned, he's got some qualification and he comes to your house, offer him a seat. If you don't have any proper seat to offer, keep a blade of grass, because as per Shastram, a blade of grass is equivalent to a seat. If there is a person who's walking in front of you, you don't wish to talk to him, you want to draw a curtain between the both of you, you don't want to see him, but you don't have a curtain with you, keep a blade of grass. People say that God is omnipresent, omniscient, he lives everywhere, he is pervaded everywhere, he is in the pillar in Nrisimhavataram, he can come from the blade of grass. Hey Ravana, I believe that my Rama has the ability to come from the blade of grass, I keep the blade of grass hence. Ravana, you're such a learned person, you come in the kulam of Pulastya, Vishravas, you're such a valiant king. People advise you, you don't listen. Even after advising, you don't listen. It seems to me that you are like an animal, a cow. A cow keeps munching and ruminating grass. What else does it do? Does it think? Does it act? You are like a cow, and cow feeds on grass. I don't see a difference between the cows in the cowshed of your Lanka and you, the king. I keep this blade of grass so that you are a cow, eat this grass. The loads of wealth that you offer to me to marry you is nothing but a blade of grass to me. She keeps the blade of grass. So, her every act is very measured. She was very courageous. She withstood staying in the forest. She withstood all the atrocities that Ravana had done on her. Later, when she was pregnant and she was asked to go to the forest, she was again very, very strong. She said, yes, if this is my karma, I'll live like that. So she comes as a very, very strong, a very courageous lady. Now, if she's so strong at her age of 18, if she had said Striyam Purusha Vigraham to Rama, if she had withstood all the atrocities that was committed on her by Ravana, why will she agree to what Rama had said? Where? First instance, Rama tells her, you will have to undergo the test of fire, which is Agni Pariksha. She could have simply said, who will live like with a husband like you who is suspicious of his very own wife? I will not. do whatever you want. I can go to my father's place. She could have said that, right? Her father was a very rich father, very intelligent father. She didn't do that. Why? Because there will be a justification that she was very weak, meek. Wives have to listen to what their husbands say. No. If that was the case, the husband said, stay in Ayodhya, don't come to the forest. She could have listened. But she said, no, I will come. So at the age of 18, she had the courage. And after another set of 14 years, will she lose that courage? No. Because she knew that however dutiful, loving, honest, sincere she was, Rama knew her more than she knew of herself. That was not the question. Had Rama felt suspicious about her character, about her, he couldn't have even managed to construct a bridge and come all this way along. Was it to prove his valor? No. He loved her, she knew of his love. But she also knew that she had admonished, insulted, humiliated Lakshmana, who was like her very son. So she did all these things before she was kidnapped, and she felt what she did to Lakshmana was wrong. How much ever she feels bad for it, will she be ready to face Lakshmana? Will Lakshmana ever look at her? He has thought Sita to be his mother. So the only way to reconcile was to give it back to Sita. So she accused Lakshmana of his character. She was thrown the same accusation back. She accused Lakshmana. So while she was accused of the same character, her character was maligned, and she was asked to undergo Agni Pariksha, it was at Lakshmana's mercy that she got that pyre lit. So Sita treats Agni Pariksha not as a test of her chastity, though it may seem from the verses like that, but it was a justification, or rather a punishment for what she had done to her son-like brother-in-law Lakshmana. Okay, sir, Agni Pariksha is done. But why should Rama send Sita, pregnant Sita, to the forest? How did Sita agree? Yes, Sita was very upset with this. While Lakshmana drops her by the banks of Tamasa, and he tells that all that had happened because a washerman had said the brother had commanded her to live in the forest, she starts crying. She says, all my life I have suffered, Lakshmana. Now at this stage where I need my husband's support the most, I am now here. These two children, whoever is going to be born to me, I won't be able to tell them where the father is. Lakshmana, you and your brother and all your brothers, you keep telling me that you have all undergone a tutelage under Vasishtha. You keep telling me, you have all passed out of Vasishtha's university. Tell me, was it a part of your curriculum in Vasishtha's university to abandon your wife when she is pregnant in the middle of the forest? Go ask this to Rama. So she was very blunt, but she said, see, I shall not destroy the fetus just because it's Rama's, because I know that the higher apparent, who was going to be born to me, will be the next king, and we need, as responsible citizens, we need to give responsible kings to the country, citizens to the country. So it is for this reason that I am saving my life as well as the fetuses. Go tell this to your brother. So this is being developed into a beautiful poem called Uttara Ramacharithram by Bhavabhuti. Nevertheless, Sita was upset with this, and Rama too felt bad at this. The third incident is where Sita, she gets to know that her very own sons Lava and Kusha were fighting Rama because they were holding the Ashwamedha, the Ashva of the Ashwamedha Yajna. She goes to stop them. Rama realizes the two sons he is fighting opposite, Lava and Kusha, were his own sons. He goes, embraces them, and to take back Sita, he says, do an Agni Pariksha once again. So that is when she says, I am done. All that, this is done and dusted. I wouldn't want to undergo Agni Pariksha anymore, Rama. So I shall go back to the same place from where I am. And she goes into the forest. Of course, Purānās say Mother Earth took her back, but she relinquished her life and she went away. So we come across Sita as a very strong woman, but if there were instances where she could have stood for herself, she has done it, but in a very, very silent way. She didn't wage a war, nor did she curse, because either of this could have done. She could have either waged a war or she could have cursed. But she felt dejected, depressed, drained, and she said, I'm not doing any of this, and she is going away. So Sita we come across as a strong woman, but there are instances where we feel injustice is meted to her. She has partially stood for herself. When I say partially, she didn't kill, she didn't commit suicide, any of this, but she left that place. So she thought the only way to teach Rama the love that she has for him was to abandon him. So Rama had always this melancholy in him that he has left Sita for a very long time. So Sita comes here as a very, very strong person, a very, very artful speaking person. And do we know of Sita singing or dancing? Because we have seen the yesterday's princes and queens. We don't see that much. Of course, we see her as a beautiful admirer of nature, flora and fauna. So in the entire Aranyakandam, Rama and Sita keep discussing about the variety of trees, the species, the animals that they see around. So we see her as a good observer. We see her as a person who appreciates good things, but we don't know if there were any certain skills or particular art that she had practiced. So if we have to sum up Sita and Rama, they were made for each other to a large extent, because Hanuman tells Tulya Shila Vayovrittam Tulya Abhijanakshanam Ragavorhati Vaidehim Tanchayam Asitekshana. A very humorous note generally is being told to us, though it may not come as a part of Valmiki Ramayanam, something which is very interesting. There is an aphorism in Sanskrit literature, it's called a Bhramarakitika Nyayam. It is said that there are small worms and there are wasps. So the wasp will create another wasp. Again, this is an assumption in the Sanskrit literature. Don't take it biologically. So the wasp will want to create another wasp in a very unique fashion. It will see the small worms and keep stinging it. There is some amount of poison in the sting of the wasp. It will keep stinging. And with that poison that gets into it, over a period of time, the worm becomes a wasp. Again, this is an assumption in the literature. It's called Bhramara Kitika Nyayam. Why? This is to say that if there is a negative person around me, there's a negative person whom I'm living with. He says, no, there won't be rains. People will suffer. People will do this. Today the food was bad. Everything negative. Over a period of time, I will also become like that person. So this is called Sahavasa Dosham. So I live with that person. I become like him. So Sita was worried. She was telling her only confidant, Vibhishana's daughter, who was Trijata, that I've heard from Hanuman, hey Trijata, that Rama keeps thinking about me. He keeps thinking about me so much day in and day out that I'm worried by the time we unite, he will become Sita. Because Rama is thinking about Sita like a Bhramarakitika, he's been thinking about me. So when I go back, I will see another Sita, I will see another me there. What will I do with another Sita? How can this Sita live with the same another Sita? That is when Trijata says, don't worry, the Bhramarakitika Nyayam will work the other way as well. Like how he has been thinking of you and you have doubts that he may turn into you, likewise you have also been thinking about him. So there are chances that you can also become Rama, and by the time you unite, you will become Rama, Rama will become Sita. So both of you will be together. So this is to just say how much they loved each other. So she tells Hanuman, Bhaskarena Prabhayata, I am inseparable from Rama like the rays and the light that are inseparable from the sun. Same dialogue Rama tells Hanuman, Bhaskarena Prabhayata. So they had a lot of commonalities, lot of similar likes and dislikes. Of course, there was some separation and some agony in their life. Sita is a woman who is to be completely loved, respected and venerated. Jayatya-shrita santrasa dhvanta vidhvamsa nodayaha prabhavan sitaya devya paramavyoma bhaskaraha. In this beautiful itihasa of Srimad Ramayanam, if there is someone who has been accompanying the protagonists Rama and Sita throughout, you can vouch that it is Lakshmana. Lakshmana was born of Dasharatha and Sumitra. He was one of the twin brothers to Shatrughna. Lakshmana was born in the Aslesha Nakshatram. This Aslesha Nakshatram is believed to be ruled by the snake. And apparently most acharyas who have researched on Ramayana have commented that Lakshmana is the reincarnation or probably the power of Adisesha Ananta, who is the serpent couch to Paramatma, which was manifested in him. So he was fair. They of course bring a lot of commonalities because Adisesha is supposed to be white-hued, so was Lakshmana, very fair. Adisesha is supposed to be absolutely angry. He's a snake with fangs, with virulent poison. He's always there to protect his master. So Lakshmana also comes across as an angry young man. Given this on one side, angry young man always accompanying Rama, why was he given the name Lakshmana? Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampannaha. This is what Valmiki says. Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampannaha. The one who is always accompanied by the prosperity of Lakshmi. So Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampannaha. So Lakshmi always blesses him. We can take Sita to be the incarnation of Lakshmi, and since he's always Rama and Sita, Sita has blessed him. That is one easy way. But Lakshmi is wealth. What is wealth? Wealth could be the way I construe. To a person who is an avid reader, if you were to tell him that you'll have to gather your wealth, he will not go run to the bank to take his deposits or gold deposits. He will take his books. To an avid reader, to a voracious reader, his books or her books are his treasure. Same is the case with a person who values friendship. Friendship will be wealth to someone. So we need to understand from Lakshmana's point of view, what was the wealth that he had accrued or gathered. His wealth, our acharyas, our preceptors say that the wealth that he had garnered was called as seshatvam. See, there is a concept called as sesha. Sesha means the one who serves. I render services, I am called a sesha. So I have to render services to someone. Suppose my mother tells me, go to the shop, grocery store, and buy 1 kg of rice or 1 kg of wheat. So I am doing the service to her. So I am the sesha. She is accepting the services that I have rendered. So she is called a seshi. So the one who performs services, renders services is sesha. The one who accepts it is seshi. So this aptitude in me to serve is called a seshatvam. So to Lakshmana, if we would go and ask, what is your biggest wealth? He would say, my biggest wealth is to serve my beloved brother and sister-in-law, Rama and Sita, selflessly. This is my wealth. So his biggest wealth was seshatvam. So he was given the name Lakshmana because Lakshmano Seshatva Lakshmi Sampannaha, Kainkarya Lakshmi Sampannaha. Kainkaryam Seshatvam is all services. So all through his life he has been serving. Where do we see the first instance? See, Rama was asked for to protect the sacrifice performed by Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra comes and says, Swaputram Rajashardulam Ravam Satyaparakaramam Kakapaksha Dharam Veeram Jeshtham me Datumarhasi. Hey Dasharatha, give the eldest of your sons who has got beautiful curly locks that extend till his temples, give me. Dasharatha initially refuses, and then upon Vasishtha's insistence he does give Rama. But when Rama comes, he comes along with Lakshmana. Vishwamitra doesn't say, I asked only for Rama, why is Lakshmana coming? Dasharatha did not say, Rama has come, why should Lakshmana come along? Because everybody knew for the fact that when Rama walked, his shadow that will fall on the ground had a name. When Rama walked, his shadow had a name, and that shadow was Lakshmana. Lakshmana was no different than being a shadow to Rama. So if a shadow has to accompany me, so will Lakshmana accompany Rama. Nobody would even question this. They were inseparable. Now if Lakshmana has to be so much caring towards Rama, where do we see its heights? This is where we need to come to a misconception about Lakshmana. See, there is a misconception that all the 14 years that Rama and Sita were on an exile, of course the last years she was abducted, but still Rama and Lakshmana were together. There's a misconception that Lakshmana did not sleep 14 years. Let's assume 360 or 365 days and whatever number of extra hours or minutes, Adhikamasam, leap year and so on, whatever be the number of days, 365 days, 14 years, it is said that Lakshmana did not sleep. All these kind of illogical thoughts Valmiki will never project. Valmiki doesn't mention of this. Why has this come? Because we have believed that only if I keep this huge credit on Lakshmana's head that he did not sleep for 14 years, will listeners and readers like us accept Lakshmana as to be worshipped? No, I will still worship, love, show my devotion to Lakshmana even if he had slept. How does his sleeping or not sleeping matter to my devotion? So this is a misconception, you may ask. Then prove that this is a misconception. This is a misconception because in the forest Lakshmana slept. One morning Rama woke up to see that Lakshmana was still sleeping. So there is a verse, Ata Ratriam Vyatitayam Avasuptam Anantaram. So Rama had to go and wake up Lakshmana and say, it's already morning, the sun has risen, the rays are falling sharp at your face, wake up Lakshmana. So Lakshmana was given a Suprabhatam by Rama. So we have a clear instance, and Valmiki will never do something against our general medical science. Which medical science, which medical doctor will tell you that you can remain sleepless for 365 days for 14 years together? 3-4 days you don't sleep, you will have a lot of health complications. Sleeping is a natural human trait, an animal trait. So this is a misconception. But yes, he did serve selflessly and he did everything possible. But during his service, was he very one-minded, one-focused? Yes. Because the moment he knew Rama was to be sent on an exile to the forest, he didn't even consult with Urmila, he didn't even consult with his mother Sumitra, he didn't even ask his father's permission. He went and fell at the feet of Rama and Sita and said, Sabhratus charanogadam nipidya raghunandanaha Sitam uvacha atishayam raghavam cha Mahābhāratam aham sarvam karishyami jagrataha swapataschate. I will do every possible service to you, my dear brother and sister-in-law. Of course, on a lighter vein, people would remark that Sita felt that this is a very good offer coming from Lakshmana. We should not leave him and go. Who will do all this work in the forest? Who bring him along? Of course, this is on a lighter vein, that this is how selfless he was. But when we find that he is so selfless, are there traits that he shows as an angry young man? Yes. Bharata was always misunderstood. There is one instance where Bharata, along with Shatrughna and the entire battalion, knowing that Rama and Sita were in the forest, they all march to Chitrakuta. Seeing a huge volley of dust emanating, Rama assumes that there is some huge army that's coming to fight us. So he says, Lakshmana, get atop the tree and check who's coming. Lakshmana sees from a distance that Bharata is coming and he says that dog is coming. Because to him, Lakshmana, it only mattered when Rama mattered. So to him, everything was Rama. So if somebody would cause any harm to Rama, that person is his enemy, even if be his brother. So we come across Lakshmana as a very, very short-tempered person as well. The same thing occurs with Shurpanakha. Shurpanakha was the sister to Ravana, and she was loitering around the place where Rama, Lakshmana and Sita were stationed because her half-brothers were very close by. So the moment she knew that Rama was there, she was infatuated. She swooned at the appearance of Rama. Rama was such a handsome person. So she disguises into a very beautiful damsel, an Apsarastri, and she walks in front of Rama and proposes. Rama says, I cannot accept this proposal because I am already married. She says, there is no harm in marrying again. Then Rama says, see, you can go to my brother. You know what he says? Akrita Daraha. So he is the one without a wife. he directs Shurpanakha to Lakshmana, telling that he is without a wife. If you read this line in Ramayana, you will say that Rama is a liar. Correct? Lakshmana was married. He had not become a recluse, a sannyasi or an ascetic. How can you say that he is without a wife? That is where we need to understand poetry. In poetry, poets are given the license to fit their words into meters, into chandas, and whenever required, they can slice certain letters or words off, because the reader has the intellect and the ability to insert those extra words and get the complete meaning. What did he say? Akrita daraha. That is, he does not have a wife. But what it really means is a sahakrita daraha. The one who does not have a wife along with him. Meaning that the wife will be elsewhere. Right now she is not there. So Shurpanakha is directed. She goes and expresses to Lakshmana. Lakshmana denies. He says, see, I am already doing this job of washing the utensils, fetching wood, sticks and all this in their house. If you end up marrying me, you will get your share of doing all these household work. So while she is being played like a shuttlecock between Rama and Lakshmana, Lakshmana could have handled it slightly better. He could have still imprisoned her or sent with an astra somewhere. What he does is, when she realizes that Sita is the cause for Rama rejecting her, Shurpanakha runs with the fierce madness, cynicism towards Sita to harm her. Now Sita is completely petrified. Rama wants to protect Sita. That is when Lakshmana, who had vowed to protect the couple, he takes an arrow and barges in and holds her and chops her nose and ears off. This is not largely required. Yes, she had committed a mistake. Yes, she wanted to hurt Sita, but Lakshmana could have still alarmed her, punished her in various means by throwing her away. They had all possible powerful missiles. But that anger in him made him cause this harm to Shurpanakha. And this was primarily the reason why she went and complained to her brothers, why she went and described Sita's beauty to Ravana, all that kidnapping happened. Of course, we can conclude that because of all this only, the demons were annihilated. All that starts well, ends well. Fine. But he could have avoided that. That's because of the anger that we have. And of course, our Acharya say he's Adisesha's incarnation. That's how he is. So we see him as a loving brother, as a loving brother-in-law, as a good servant, but as an angry young man, because he has doubted Bharata, he has done this to Shurpanakha. But what else do we know of Lakshmana? Rama, when Sita was abducted, was absolutely upset. He did all this for Sita. But when Lakshmana swooned on the ground of Lanka because of the Nagastram, Rama says, Shakya Sita Samanari Martyaloke Vichinvata. Let's assume the world that's listening to me, Rama says, the world that's listening to me, even if I were dead, this Janma is gone. Probably in the next Janma or the next few Janmas, I can imagine a wife like Sita. With Sita's beauty, characteristics, traits, I will be able to find a lady like her. Shakya Sita Samanari Martyaloke Vichinvata. Na Lakshmana Samo Bhārata Sachivaha Samparayakaha. But I will never be able to find a minister, come guide, come servant, come brother, come friend like Lakshmana. Na Lakshmana Samo Bhārata. So, the love that Rama had towards Lakshmana, at times we feel by reading such shlokas, was even more than the love he had for Sita. So Lakshmana loved Rama and Rama too reciprocated the same. But did that stop Rama from correcting Lakshmana? No. I told you when Lakshmana went atop the tree and said, here comes Bharata, that dog, to attack you, Rama says, get down. See Lakshmana, all this while I was thinking that you had accompanied me to the forest selflessly to serve us. But now I realize that you have all your eyes cast upon the affluent, the rich, the wealthy kingdom of Ayodhya. So you've been doing all this to say that. So you're abusing Bharata. Wait. Let me accomplish that task for you, that wish for you, that desire for you. Let Bharata come. I will tell, my dear Bharata, Lakshmana desires the kingdom. Please give the kingdom to him. He will happily give that kingdom. I will take Bharata to the forest. Lakshmana started crying. Why are you telling such harsh, rude things on me, my dear brother Rama? Rama said, see, when I just uttered these words, you felt so sad. We have grown up together. We have enjoyed a wonderful brotherhood with Bharata. We know Bharata so well. Do you think Bharata will come and wage a war on us? How dare you even say without having any proof, and how can you abuse or accuse someone of such things? So I will not accept this, Lakshmana. I know you are good, but my love for you doesn't mean I will be blind to anything that you do. You are an angry young man, but I will not allow you to say a word against Bharata. So Rama corrected Lakshmana as well. But are there instances where he admonishes? Yes. When he gets to know that Kaikeyi was the cause of Rama's exile, he admonishes her. He accuses her. Then he has humiliated Shurpanaka. But was he respectful towards women? There is one instance which proves that. Rama had vowed not to enter any Rajyam until his Pattabhishekam was over. So there will be no Pattina Pravesham. Pattinam means city. Pattina Pravesham, Nagara Pravesham means I will not enter any lavish city until my 14 years of exile is completed. So while Vali was killed and Sugriva was made the heir apparent or made the next king and Angada the Yuvaraja, Sugriva had initially promised, since Rama, you have helped me in rescuing my wife Ruma from the clutches of my brother Vali, I shall help you in return. I shall send all my monkeys in various directions to search Sita, but not now because it's Chaturmasyam, heavy rains. These monkeys will get seriously affected. So let's wait for the Chaturmasyam to get over. The Chaturmasyam got over. There was no SMS, no call, no message alert from Sugriva. So Rama tells Lakshmana, you go warn Sugriva and come. Now Sugriva was in the same bed with his brother's wife Tara. Sapraskhalantim madavihvalakshim pralamba kanchi guna hema sutram salakshana lakshmana sannidhanam jagamatara namitangayashtihi. So as she walked, she was, both of them, Tara and Sugriva, on the same bed, were addicts to liquor, Varuni. So the moment Hanuman alerted them, she walks to come to the presence of Lakshmana. Sapraskhalantim madavihvalakshim pralamba kanchi guna hema sutram salakshana lakshmana sannidhanam jagamatara namitangayashtihi. She was unable to walk. It felt as if her robes will come down and she will be stark naked. She walked in front of Lakshmana. And the moment Lakshmana sees her in this attire, half-clad attire, he puts his head down in shame. So he has come to warn Sugriva and Tara, but now he puts his head in shame. He didn't look at her because that was his trait of respecting. Do we see something elsewhere? Yes. When Sugriva meets up with Rama for the first time and gets to know that his wife Sita has been abducted, he was unsure if there was the same lady whom these monkeys had witnessed a few months back. So he brings a beautiful silk piece of cloth with lot of jewelry in it, displays that before Rama and says, check if these are Sita's. Rama says, yes. Looking at this ornament that is generally sported in the arms, yes, this is Sita's. This is the one that she used to sport there. This is her pin. This is her necklace. This is her bangle. He keeps telling. But he is also unsure because he feels for the excess love that he has had on Sita, he could be wrong in judging. So he says, Lakshmana, you have lived with us. You know what your sister-in-law wears. Check if these jewels are that of Sita. Lakshmana is silent. Rama asks, why are you silent? Naham janami keyure. Naham janami kundale. Nupuret tvabhijanami. Nityam padabhi vandanat. Hey Rama, you are showing the jewelry that is worn in the forearms. You are showing the jewelry that are hung from the nose ring, necklaces, the long chains, everything that you are showing, none of this I recognize. Naham janami keyure, naham janami kundale. Now Rama asks, then what do you recognize, Lakshmana? Nupure vabhijanami. See the anklet that she sports in her ankle, foot, that I can recognize. Rama was startled. Anything else, everything else you are not recognizing, only Nupuram. How? Nityam Padabhivandanat. Hey Rama, I used to fall at the feet of my sister-in-law Sita and used to seek her grace, blessings every day. And it is through this opportunity that I have had to see only her anklet. I have not seen anything above. So he comes across as an angry young man, comes across as a person who is ready to do anything for Rama, also comes across as a person who is very, very character strong. If this was Lakshmana to us, where do we see his position later? When I say later, in Sundara Kandam, or let's take even Yuddha Kandam, Lakshmana, in the commencement of Yuddha Kandam, Rama does a prayopavesham. I told you that 3 days vow of not eating or drinking. He wanted to get the eco clearance from the ocean king, Samudra Raja. When the Samudra Raja doesn't come, Rama gets angry. He says, Chapamanaya Saumitre, hey Sumitra's obedient son, Lakshmana, Chapamanaya, go get my bow and the quiver of arrows. He says. Lakshmana goes and fetches them for Rama. But here is where there is a small imagination by Vedanta Deshika. He says that Lakshmana, though being an angry young man, was always ready to wage a war. He did not want to equip Rama immediately because he knew that Rama may fail against the ocean. Why? Because Lakshmana thought Rama gave away his padukas to Bhārata, and Bhārata would do abhishekam, would give a ceremonial bath to the padukas every day from the Sarayu waters, and the holy waters that have washed the padukas of Rama, the footwear of Rama, they will all be merged into Sarayu, and Sarayu will merge into oceanic waters. So the ocean whom Rama was about to fight had the waters of Paduka Tirtham in it. So even if Rama were to wage a war against Samudra, there are chances that Rama could fail. So this is an imagination. What it means is, when things were going fine, Lakshmana would get angry. When Rama gets angry, Lakshmana will try to bring that anger down. In most instances, we come across Lakshmana as an angry young man making all drastic decisions. But there is one place where the topsy-turvy happens. What is it? When the gem-studded golden deer was going around the ashrama, the hermitage of Rama and Sita, Sita said, Rama, go fetch that deer for me. When Rama was about to leave, Lakshmana warned, see, the other deers of the same species, they come and smell this deer which Sita is asking, they smell and they run out of fear. So this deer must not be a true one, a genuine one. This is a hoax, it's a trick that's being played on us. Rama, beware. So in most of the instances, Lakshmana makes drastic decisions, Rama corrects him. Here is one place where Sita and Rama are making a drastic decision, and Lakshmana says, beware. So we come across him as a mixed bag of emotions. So if this is on one side, how was Lakshmana's archery skills? Of course, as much as we see Rama's, we don't see Lakshmana's except in Yuddha Kandam. But Lakshmana is the one who fights Ravana's very, very valiant and a boon-given son called as Indrajit. So Indrajit is said to have developed the art of keeping himself in the hiding. So fighting him was very tough. So the only way to win Indrajit, what Lakshmana does is, when he shoots an arrow, he says, if at all my life I have been thinking my eldest of brothers, whose Rama is an personification of dharmo vigrahavan adharma viratim dhanvita tanvitanaha, says Vedanta Deshika. So if I have been thinking that my brother is a personification of all valor, may this arrow go and attack Indrajit wherever he is. Even if he is hiding, let it go and attack. And it attacked him and he was dead. So this was the belief that he had in Rama. Now, is there an instance where Rama expresses his gratitude to Lakshmana? Yes. While they were in the forest, Lakshmana tells, hey, my dear brother Rama, my dear sister-in-law Sita, both of you take a stroll, you walk. You've come to the beautiful lush green forest, go on a walk. What are you going to do? No, we need a place to stay. I will do whatever is required for that. So Rama and Sita go on a walk. After an hour they return and they are surprised to find a beautifully constructed hermitage in that place where they had left. Lakshmana says, I will take you on a tour inside the hermitage. So he accompanies Rama and Sita and takes them inside the hermitage, the ashrama. And as they cross the living room, they come across a private room, a bedroom. So all this plan of constructing a hermitage, having a separate bedroom, nothing of this Rama had mentioned. But Lakshmana does this. So Rama says, Bhāvajñena kritajñena dharmajñena cha Lakshmana tvaya putrena dharmatma na samvritah pita mama. Hey Lakshmana, you have understood my bhavam, my emotion. See, Rama had come with his wife Sita. They may have had an agreement to not have a physical relationship because it was the forest. They have come on a prize chitam, on an exile. But they may need to talk as a husband and wife privately, and there was no space. But he couldn't have asked Lakshmana, construct one bedroom for us so that we both can talk. No, because that will hurt Lakshmana, because Lakshmana is without his wife Urmila there. So even without Rama telling, Lakshmana asking, Lakshmana has constructed a bedroom. Bhāvajñena, the one who has understood my emotion. Kritajñena, you have expressed your gratitude. Dharmajñena, you have followed, you have understood what your dharmam of seshatvam is, Lakshmana, to render services. Tvaya putrena dharmatma, by obtaining a son such as you. Tvaya putrena dharmatma. I have come to a conclusion, my dear brother Lakshmana, that it is you who has lost your father. I have not lost my father. Tvaya putrena dharmatma na samvritah pita mama. Why? Because a father is the one who showers his love on his daughter and son, does everything possible, the best to their children. Until Dasharatha was alive, he did everything possible as a father to Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrugna. So all the four sons experienced the fatherly love and care. But when Dasharatha was dead, nobody showered the same love on Shatrugna, on Bharata, on Lakshmana. But to Rama, he was lucky and fortunate enough that whatever love and care that Dasharatha had showered on him, Lakshmana was doing all that on him now. So technically, he may have lost his father Dasharatha, but literally in realistic terms, he had not lost, because everything that Dasharatha was doing, Lakshmana was doing. So he says, my father is not dead. Lakshmana, your father is dead, because you are doing what Dasharatha did to me, but there's nobody to do whatever Dasharatha did to you now. So Lakshmana comes across as such a dutiful person. His honesty was so blunt that there was a parting message that he gives to Sumantra, Dasharatha's charioteer cum minister. When Sumantra returns after leaving the trio in the forest, Dasharatha asks, what did my son Rama say? He says, your son Rama said, take care of my father. Dasharatha was not happy with it. What did my daughter-in-law Sita say? Take care of my father-in-law Dasharatha. Dasharatha was not happy with it. What did my other son Lakshmana say? Sumantra was a bit confused, whether to say this or not. But Dasharatha said, say what Lakshmana said. Sir, your son Lakshmana said, go tell my father that he is not my father for me anymore. For me, my mother, my father, my teacher, my friend, Mata, Pita, cha, Bhrata, cha, Sarvam me mama Raghavaha. For me, everything from now on is only my brother Rama. So Dasharatha was super happy that his son Lakshmana was at least showering so much of love on Rama. So Lakshmana is a wonderful personality, a character whom we come across as a mixed bag of emotions: excess servitude, excess love for Rama, excess affection for Rama, excess devotion to Sita, great warrior, humility, everything. But we also see him as a quick to get angry, short-tempered person who will be very blunt, brutally honest person. So this character is a very, very interesting character in Ramayana who adds a lot of color to it.
Jaya